Oh
Shit.
Gotcha. I'll wait for
You want me to
record this so she can give it to you.
on my phone?
Sure.
And maybe she can teach me how to
Okay.
do it.
That'd be perfect.
Gotcha.
Doesn't look
Yeah,
like
generally
they're
what they
probably
do
gonna
is
have to wait until the
they'll
trial.
We need to
Holy
make a no
shit,
hats
there's a
rule
lot
in
of
the
people
courtroom
here.
as well.
Wait, what's wrong?
Yeah, all over a bench.
Should we sit down?
No hats, no hoodies.
Now I think you're just trying to get rough on people's style choices.
We'll go on the left side.
I was never allowed to wear a hoodie in a courtroom.
I agree.
Or a hat.
No.
No baseball
Yeah,
caps.
we'll probably have to come
No
back.
campaign
after the
hats.
trial.
Can you mention that? I mean, we'll talk to Kelly.
Sunglasses are
Not
cool
even
though,
any
right?
Class A hats.
Kelly,
And
can
ours were
you
like
give me-
captain's
What's
hats.
up, man?
Can you give me?
I'd say so.
This is over.
Also, Sky, I just realized
It
we're
looks like it.
matching.
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
I got a lot of that going on right now. Just shoot me a text that says call me.
Oh yeah, all right, yeah, because
Or I mean,
Everyone's bobbing their head,
I mean, we're still
You know,
waiting
we
on
got
the
a lot
judge.
going
You want to
on,
go talk now?
listening to some good tunes, I guess.
Yeah, so head out to the
Yeah, I got a
hallway. We
pretty
can
good,
talk real quick
song
while we
in
wait for the
my-
judge.
my AirPod.
I'm gonna take my vest off.
Take it up. I
There we
whispered
go.
that.
We'll be a little more friendly looking.
I don't know, sir. You scared the shit out of me.
Any news what happened to Klaus?
It's just the mustache. It makes me look scarier.
Head pop.
Honestly, probably right.
Half the
There's
one?
there's a lot of there's a whole lot of man right there, you know.
Crumbs in that thing.
God,
Nom, 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 nom.
so bad.
So I shaved mine.
Alright.
You think I should grow a
Hello?
mustache back out,
That's
B?
the one that should scare you.
Yeah, I think you should.
Are
Yeah,
you
diet pic.
the officer prosecuting?
Yes.
It just grows in naturally, that color.
And what's your name?
Oh,
Krieger.
Really?
Theo Krieger.
Theo Krieger. Alright.
Yeah, my hair's 100% natural.
And
No dye has ever
assume that
touched
you
this
are
beautiful mane.
The
Raven
Honorable
LeBlanc.
Judge LeBlanc.
That is me. I.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Do you want a quick?
Just cycle a mask or something, Judge.
Yeah.
Put a mask on.
Don't put a mask on.
No.
Yo, Eli.
The judge scaring me.
No.
I
Did
need to
that
talk
not
to you
just-
after this.
Did that not do what it was supposed to do?
Nah, not for me.
No.
But it might just be me.
I just did the thing. All right, let's see.
Oh,
what?
It might just be me. Maybe I need to run away and come back.
You'll find out. Don't worry.
Officer, she looks fine to you?
To me, yes.
Okay, it's probably just my eyes then.
Also, where the fuck did
We're
Klaus
all
go?
seeing a little differently in here, I think.
Are we actually doing it?
Okay.
Is that what you wanted to talk
Oh.
about?
Alrighty.
All right.
Nah.
So-
have you done this
Oh.
before?
Yes.
No.
Want a quick catch up?
We use a kiki face.
Whenever they
no.
catch up, we give her the
Dude.
I mean, I'm the next head.
Okay.
Does he have a
Possibly.
kiki
Have you
face?
provided Tricia with all the evidence?
I
way of putting
am
it.
not sure how to provide him the report.
You just
I'm going to take my SIM card out so I don't interrupt the
report
court.
anything, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's
Good
true.
to know.
Yeah.
All right.
the
So,
No.
images for the evidence, you can just select it and you'll get the
Three-way,
image in the
3-6.
clipboard there, so that's easy enough to send. But yeah, just need to copy paste the report and then send all the links for the evidences and charges, etc.
okay, and Mr. Drace, I assume that the evidence you're going to be interested in is specifically the evidence in the of Mr. Elijah Riggs's possessions, rather than anyone else's.
Yeah, so if the overall report encompasses the other people involved, I don't need their possession files.
Hey, I would
just
have had
the
it,
stuff
but they
that
took all my shit. I don't have a wallet because I got plugged away.
So like if you took pictures of the vehicle and stuff at the scene, all that stuff, pictures of his pockets.
Hey, you gotta go hunt down the 4 non-English speaking guys who pocket wipe me to get $3. You got that right, surely.
Okay. While you get that sorted, I'm gonna go familiarize myself with the evidence in the case. Unless you would both rather I just.
Fucking beat all 4 of them down. I'm
I mean, I
$20, guys.
prefer to read the report, so I'm just gonna go do that.
right, fantastic.
And then when y'all are done with that and both sides are ready, let me know and we will get started. I understand there's like a specific thing, but I'm just gonna ask when the session, when court is in session, what he's pleading guilty and not guilty to, so we can figure that out.
Oop, sorry, not trying to lean on you.
All right.
Oh, that didn't work. Do I have to peek it? Who said? Oh, that's Dixon. I'm just gonna stand at the back. I can't do it.
Yeah, we were to hear her from all the way back here.
Ray,
Mm-hmm.
are you also playing Angry Birds over there?
Lean. Is there a lean?
Dude, let me tell you, this game is hard, bro.
All right, let's see if
Krieger, is this
I actually
854
have the-
only? Not 8542?
you can do this one. 8x4.
Okay.
Hi,
Let me
Kevin.
check and see what 8542 is.
Nothing as far as I can see.
Mechanics.
Oh, okay.
This one?
Yeah,
Might
should be
good
able
to
to-
those are,
plead not guilty
leaning
to
bar.
the ID one
Lean
and
bar.
the conspiracy.
So you can plead guilty, not guilty to
Yeah.
each individual one that you want to attempt to challenge.
Because I feel like, you know, it would be a hard one to prove the conspiracy one for their side, you know?
That'll depend on their reports.
All right, Mr. Mr. Trace, let me try and send some things to you. What's the best ways to get these? I can text them to you, but I'm not sure if that'll work. You let me know.
The best ways to
Guys, I gotta go
do
repair a cop's car. I'll be back.
The judges and the FOIA requests
Okay.
usually do is
Where has the bench drop?
the
Are you
Discordia communications. If you want, you can text them to me. If there's like a link you can attach, the main thing is like something good to read the file. I'm sorry. In the past,
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure where to find your.
Just hit the bell.
Not sure where to find your email. So give me a minute. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Probably an issue.
Do a search on the.
I'll just leave it in your car. If it's pissing you off, just leave it in your car. Or you can just ignore it.
Fucking ignore you. Jesus Christ.
You could also possibly find me in the public factions one.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm checking. I don't think I have anything inside of what I have access to with PD where I can find you, but this one I think I can.
That's the same way. That's why I think the main one will work. So we remove it there.
You checked what?
Have you just received something from me?
Got something from somebody.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Hey, miss.
You see me retweet that?
Flood me in there.
Okay, I did. Oh, sorry, we're in the courtroom. Heck yeah, I did.
Don't bring that one up. Oh,
I'm pretty sure you're allowed to curse.
that one made me sad.
As long as you're not on the stand.
Yes, I tried to play, savior and needed save.
Some judges may allow you get, 2 fucks per case,
Damn.
Oh.
Okay.
Where you riding
Oh.
over there, buddy?
Fucking rammed his ass.
Oh.
Right up here. Bottom left.
Did this get state announced?
I understand.
I don't think so. Just a lot of traffic on Twitter about it though.
Wow.
I don't see anything.
Yep. Don't see it on the state announcements.
Don't do that.
It's just sitting there.
Don't be weird.
Stop talking about drugs. I didn't put it there. What the hell is happening?
It's the raccoon astronaut from Senior Buns.
He really said, "Fuck working at the buns."
I thought it was over. No?
What she does with those nails.
Don't worry
My
about
nightmares
it.
got canceled for tomorrow, so I'm chilling.
Yeah, don't tell me to ask her shit, bro.
You're supposed to go to
Oh, she got fucking cheek to call
Shut
anyone
up.
weird.
I got
No.
my nightmares.
What the fuck is going on back there?
What?
What's wrong with my nails? Behind us.
What about it?
The raccoon.
Oh.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I don't give a shit either. On God.
On God, don't give a shit either.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
Want to hear a funny story?
Hello.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
You know, Mitch TV.
Yeah.
You ever hear of Pokemon?
What's up?
Yeah.
My friend, he was like, "Can you believe it?
I
That
think your eyes
Pokemon's
are
gonna go
definitely tripping.
stream on YouTube?" And I said, "Holy shit! Believe it or not, I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
So now that's our inside joke. He'll say something, and I'll say, "Believe it or not, I don't give a fuck."
I like that.
Thank you.
I also don't give two fucks about what Porky Main does. I honestly found out about that today via different video on
I told this
YouTube.
motherfucker.
Hello there. This is Officer Amy Lane. I have a suspect in custody who's requesting legal representation.
Okay. I'll head
You
down to the
available?
cells. Yeah, sure.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
See you shortly.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
How are we looking, lads? Are we good? Do you need more time?
State is ready, Your Honor, but
All good.
Hello.
Hey, I'm at the back gate of MRPD.
Oh yeah, I'm literally right here. Let me grab you. Hiya.
Hello.
1 second. Do you have any weapons on you?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna store them in the garbage can.
Yeah, that's fine. Mind if I just give you a frisk?
Mind if I just give you a donut?
Oh my god, thank you so much. Can I give you a frisk?
Yes.
Sweet. Give you a quick pat down.
Nothing sharp, I hope.
No, you're all good. Let's go. I appreciate you coming to help us today. I know there was a bench trial, so...
Yeah, it's not started yet, so it's okay.
Okay. I'll let the primary officer give you the rundown.
Sure thing.
It's to do with your client robbing a police officer.
Classic.
It's completely up to you if you want to speak to the suspect or us first as well. So just let us know.
What's the trouble?
Hey Frank Pickle.
Yo.
We got the
Come
legal
over,
aid.
come over.
Frank, you're primary.
So he's looking at quite a few charges, I'll be honest.
I don't know.
So he is looking at 1 count of criminal possession of a government issued firearm, 2 counts of criminal possession of government issued equipment, 1 count of reckless evading, 1 count of resisting arrest, 1 count of brandishing a non-firearm, and 1 count of evidence tampering. The reason for this is under Miranda rights, he admitted to being in possession of the government issued firearm and the 2 magazines that were missing from the officer's pockets. During the pursuit that was called out on radio, he was speeding down the freeway where he ended up crashing out and destroying his vehicle where he took off on foot. It was called out on radio by the officer and is in the officer's, should be in the officer's statement once it comes through, that the individual here pulled a knife. And then for the evidence tampering is because whilst he had the items in his possession, he removed them from himself, put them in a bush, and tried concealing it from us.
Fair enough.
He's looking at a $33,100 fine, 275 months, and 3 points on his license.
Fucking hell. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and speak to him then.
Yeah, you're all good.
Yeah, go for it.
Need to charge him with fucking robbing the cop as well.
Well, either way, he's fucked, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start. It's just fucking robbery or fucking
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
How's it going?
What?
How's it
Hear
going?
you, man. Wait. What the fuck?
You good?
Going wait, hello?
Is there any problem?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, what's your side of the story?
What are my charges, you know?
Well, you got caught with a police gun and all that, so it's like basically with all the charges going away for a while, and like your bank account's pretty fucked.
Yeah, but like, you know the charges, like all of them. What are they?
Just fucking everything, honestly. Like, the most important thing is like stolen government weapon, like that you had on you. The fact that you tried to hide it. You tried to pull a knife on them or something.
By mistake. I put it away instantly.
Okay. I mean, there's like so much to mitigate, but the fact that they found like a firearm on you is kind of a big deal. And it means like, you know, the total fine is like 33K, and then the total.
The firearm was like on my pocket. I didn't even like take it on my hands.
Yeah, but it's still
like in that way, you know. And
yeah, I know.
Then I drop it on the bush.
Yeah. So dropping it in the bush, that was trying to hide it, and that they charging you with evidence tampering for that one.
It dropped it in my, it dropped by mistake. I was so panicked, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, adrenaline.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
You tried
the
to
cop
run?
tried like shoot me or something. Yeah, I ran because I was in panic because like he was trying to shoot me or something. I don't know. Too big adrenaline rush, you know what I mean?
There's not much I can do to mitigate like anything. Like maybe I can talk to them about these things, but it's still like you're
The
still.
knife thing was like 100% mistake.
I understand, but it's still like
Yeah.
you know, you're going away for like 200, 300 months kind of thing.
I have like I didn't do nothing to the cop. The guy local ran over by him. Then I took the gun in my pockets, and it dropped something. It like dropped somewhere. Yeah. And I have no gun. So what the fuck? Why I get charge of weapon?
Well, you still.
It's not on me. It's like
You still had the gun under your possession, right? Do you want to like talk about like how you got the gun or whatever, or?
wasn't like in my hands. I didn't use it or show it up. I just put it in my pockets.
Yeah, basically what they said was like under the Miranda rights, you admitted that you had a gun on you.
Of course, like the cop saw me, like what the fuck? Of course they know I had the gun. Who else?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
My
basically.
logic.
That's basically it. You had the gun on you, and because.
So the charge is like robbed the cop and had like the gun, you know. Or is there anything else? What I'm getting charged of?
It's a fucking lot of them, man. I didn't like.
Can you like tell me you're my aide, like what?
I can ask them to read it out again, but like.
They told me like you are going to tell me like my all charges, and you're just telling me like a lot of. There's like a lot of charges, so.
Buddy, can I just have a word with you quick? Because things have changed a little bit, and I don't know if you wanted to have a discussion with your client.
Let's go.
So a couple of charges have been changed with the statement that's come in from the officer. So instead of brandishing a non-firearm, he's actually going to get attempted murder of a government employee. He actually lunged at the officer with a knife. Luckily, the officer got into his vehicle. And he's also going to get grand theft for the fact that the items that he stole from the officer are in value of over $1,000. So he's now looking at 3 points on his license, 320 months in Bolingbrook, and $35,610 fine.
Yeah, he wanted me to like list all his charges, and I'm just like, boy, you got caught with a cop gun in your possession. That's like you're fucked.
Yeah.
There's no
you want me to
point
come
in-
over there and just read it to him, and then you can have a discussion with him?
Go ahead, like you're the one with the MDT.
Hey, buddy. You're going to be looking at 1 count of criminal possession of a government-issued firearm, 1 count of criminal possession, 2 counts of criminal possession of government-issued equipment, being the magazines that you took from the body, 1 count of reckless evading, 1 count of resisting arrest, 1 count of evidence tampering, because you put the gun and the other items that you stole off the officer in the bush, tried to conceal it from us, 1 count of grand theft for the value of the items that you stole, and 1 count of attempted murder of a government employee when you swung your knife at the officer when he was.
I didn't.
It's a statement from the officer.
I had the knife on me, but I didn't swing him.
He said that you pulled it. It was on radio that you pulled it and that you swung. He also has put in his statement that you went to lunge at him and went to stab him. That is not available. We do not have body action cams turned on during most pursuits.
Actually, I didn't swing it.
Again, this is for you to discuss with your lawyer. I'm just presenting you the charges. You can discuss with your lawyer and give me your guilty or not guilty plea. That's up to you. I'll leave you to have a good discussion with your lawyer, and then I'll be back. Okay.
Any other lawyers? This guy, I asked him like my charges, and he's just saying like there is many of them. He's in telling me what are the all charges, but you like tell me now. I don't know what the fuck.
There's quite a few charges, to be fair. I don't blame him for not remembering, but I've presented you the charges. If you wanted to have a discussion with the lawyer and see what you want to do from here, and then just let me know. Okay.
That's
Back in a sec.
yeah. Thank you, officers.
The only other lawyer that's available is currently in a bench trial, so this is your
Oh.
representation available.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Next time you should like have something like to write the charges, so it's like easy to me. But yeah, no problem.
Yeah, but like I said, there's like, as soon as you get caught with an officer with like officer's gun on your hand, like
yeah,
that
but
kind of-
like, I did swing the knife.
Yeah.
I just
So-
ran with it like by
so,
mistake.
like,
I think
you're-
I swinged it, but I didn't.
So like your options are to go to court and argue that you didn't deliberately meant to murder an officer. So we can take
I didn't
that.
even murder him. What?
This is just off the statement he gave. So like, I'm just telling you now. Like that's the only.
It's like attempt or I tried to murder him because he got run over by local when I was running away from him, like with no weapons on my hands.
Yeah. Well.
He even said like in the fucking ambulance, he got like run over by local.
Yeah. So
You
that's
can't-
basically
if
like
you,
all you
if
can
you
argue.
check his, yeah, but like if you check him, you can't see like any stab marks or any cuts because I didn't stab him or do anything.
Yeah. So like, if you want to go to court over that one charge, maybe another charge, like you can, but it's not really worth it.
Yeah, but like, do the cops have evidence like cuts or stab marks or something?
It's just going over by officer testimony, basically.
It's fucked up.
It is. So what do you want to do about it, though?
Is there any way I can like talk to the cop who like told them that shit?
You just want to like explain your side of it, basically.
Yeah.
I can do that for you.
Yep.
But like, with cops, once they charge you with something, I'm telling you, it's really hard for them to get rid of it.
Yeah, I didn't think I have nothing to lose, you know.
Yeah, but like, as long as you've been pretty nice to them, I can go ahead with that part and just say,
Yeah.
you know, this guy's been respectful of you guys, so can we do something about these charges and that? But like,
I like just want to talk to the cop who like said I stabbed him or something. Because it's false information.
okay, I'll see what I can do.
Am I able to ask your client a question?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Do you know who the driver of? I mean, sorry. You know the vehicle you were driving? Do you know who the owner is?
Can't remember, so one guy like borrowed it.
You're borrowing it. Do you not know who you're borrowing of? Was it a friend? Was it, you know?
I paid him cash, he told me you can use it. I gave him like $200.
Okay. You didn't get any papers or anything off him?
I was supposed to give the car back like 1 hour.
Okay, okay. That was the only question I had. Thank you. He doesn't know who the owner of the vehicle is. He said
it's
he
fine,
paid a guy $200 for it.
You're right, pal. I can help.
So who was the officer who was attempted to be stabbed?
His name is Addison White.
Is he around or?
He is, but he's resting up because he just got hit by a car.
Yeah,
Currently writing his statement in another room, resting up.
fair enough. Yeah, okay. I don't know, like the client just wanted to speak to him about it because he didn't think it was attempted murder.
I mean,
But obviously
he
conflicting
swung
statements.
I mean, if he swung at a cop with a knife, it's attempted murder all day. I mean, that is. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He swung at a cop with a knife. I mean, the cops. That's why I believe the
It's
cop
not-
more than him.
Yeah, and it's not just the statement from the officer on radio. The communications that were given to us was that the individual had pulled a knife and was running towards Addison. Didn't really get much from there, but Addison has confirmed that he was swung at by the gentleman with the knife.
Okay.
So he's gonna get. There's no. He can contest it if he wants, but I'm not dropping it as a charge.
That's fair enough. Like,
I have a question.
What's up?
Yeah, go on.
I go with you.
Anything else that you'd wish to discuss, or are there any other charges he's wishing to contest that you would like a bit of clarification on?
I'm not sure yet. He just said he wanted to speak to the officer and that the like attempted murder thing wasn't like intentional. Like there wasn't intent behind it from his eyes, but obviously the evidence is against him on that, I would say.
Sorry, primary. I've just been informed. The individual also got in Addison's vehicle, but it's your discretion if you want to push anything.
No. Okay, yeah, that's he's going to be charged for the attempted murder of a government employee. I'm not willing to drop it. I take the testimony of an officer to word. So
that's fine. They said the officer is resting up in hospital right now, so he's not available.
Yep.
And they're not willing to budge on the attempted murder part because they've basically got officer's statement, they've got radio like logs of them calling out a knife being pulled and you running towards them, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I pulled the knife by accident and he like jumped to the car or something.
Yeah. Basically, hard to argue about anything from my side.
Yeah.
So is there anything else?
Nah.
You just want to plead guilty and get over it done with?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry I couldn't be better help, but it's like it's not much for me to go on.
Yeah.
Seems like he's willing to accept his charges and plead guilty,
Okay.
so...
Do you want to come over while I process him then, just so you can witness it all and make sure you're happy with it?
Yep.
Perfect. Buddy, I'm going to just go through. Right, so you're looking at 1 count of possession of a government-issued firearm, 2 counts of possession of government-issued equipment, 1 count of reckless evading, 1 count of resisting arrest, 1 count of evidence tampering, 1 count of grand theft, 1 count of attempted murder of a government employee.
So...
And there is also 1 count of joyriding that has been added since the officer asked you. You don't know who the owner is, and the vehicle was broken into.
Oh, so you don't like know where the gun is?
No.
Been found it?
Nope.
There is one guy I think has it.
Okay, what's the gentleman's name?
Oliver Cass, because I was with him like at the north. He got
Oliver,
like
who's sorry?
rent Oliver Cass.
Was he driving a black and coloured 4x4 by chance?
I remember he had like ingot rental one, you know.
If
I
I
was
just
with
stand
him
by a
like
sec.
from the start. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
stand by.
Stuff like that's good. Like, if you can offer information to him, then he might be more lenient.
Yeah, because there's like no one else who could like take the gun except Oliver, because I was with him like there.
Are you close with this guy?
What?
Are you close with this guy?
Nah, it's like guy who I met, you know. I'm like social person, you know. I talk with bunch of people.
Yeah. Still don't really have like a clear idea what happened.
I think like only like possible way the gun have like disappeared from there is like the Oliver has pick up like the weapon, you know.
You just came across like a downed officer.
don't know, because he was like with me almost. I had like the buffalo and he had like the rental. Like I don't know, doing some stuff, you know, from the beginning.
Okay.
Before the cop like appeared there, you know.
So it's just like you guys speeding or something, and then the cop just happened to come by.
Nah, like we were doing like both our own job, like, and then the cop came here and put the sirens on, like, started to follow me. Last time I saw Oliver was like the Palito gas station, like somewhere there. Where they're like doing some things.
Okay.
Nothing else. So I can think it's like the Oliver, but there's like no other guys I can imagine.
Right, buddy, I've got to ask you a couple of questions while we're here. Did you at any point call the individual that you are discussing? During the time that you were on foot, did you call the individual at all, this Oliver Cash?
I was like with him at the beginning before the cop came there, like, and turned the sirens on.
As in, he was just stood near you, or he was in the car with you?
He wasn't with the car. He got like rental black one.
Okay, was it just himself?
I don't know. Last time I saw him, like, he was solo. We was like at the Palito gas station, you know, with him.
Okay, look, I'm going to be honest, the information you've given us, there's not really much we can go on, just a name. You could be putting anyone's name out there. There's not a lot we can really do about that, unfortunately.
Oh. I have like, it's like only guy I can imagine.
The only thing is, obviously, yeah, there's not a lot we can go on. Unfortunately, there's not going to be anything I can do for that. So the charges I've presented to you, you're looking at 3 points, 327 months, and $35,850 fine. Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Okay.
Is that guilty? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I don't want to waste my time if there is no lawyers, you know, available. So yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to get this fine sent over to you. 35,850 coming your way now. Then the time, there is no reduction because you robbed a police officer. We're not lenient in that aspect, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Looking at 327 months at Bolingbroke. Is there anything you'd like to say before I send you off?
Nah.
All right. You have a lovely day, sir. Thank you very much for being compliant. I'll walk you out, buddy. Did you have anything removed from you when you came in the building?
Nope, I'm good.
Thank you for the donuts.
No worries, anytime. There was not much good to go on with that client, huh? You good? Not much to go on with that client. Okay, thank you. I think I need a mumble pill. Hello, 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 hello. I need a fucking nap.
Okay, Mr. Riggs, please raise your hand. Thank you. Make sure you're yelling for the court. Mr. Elijah Riggs, do you affirm here that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, no caps, no lies, no inferences, no yada yadas, no hoodwinks, no shoutings?
Yes.
All right, witness is sworn. Your witness.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Riggs, how are you doing today? Just for a brief narrative, and I'll ask you questions based on that. Can you describe the process of the traffic stop from the point you were pulled over until you fled?
So, obviously, we were pulled over for speeding and running a red light. Basically, the officer asked for my name or some identification, so I gave him an ID card that was given to me of a Brian Jones. Basically, the officer went back to his car, came back, asked if I wanted to take a picture. And I was like, no, I ain't done my eyebrows today, they're not really looking on fleek. So, I refused the picture respectively. And he pulls out a baton, at which point, I start panicking. I'm like, oh, he's getting a bit aggressive up in here. So I drive away. As I'm driving away, there's like 3 or 4 cars chasing me. We go around the city, end up near Vespucci. On which point, after being rammed into a tree by an officer, I was ejected from a windscreen. Pretty beaten up. I'm just barely getting back onto my feet, and as I do, I see a police car come speeding up me and put me down, and I go flying over his hood.
Okay, thank you. So in response to what you said there and what the officer said in his statement,
Really quickly.
okay.
Just for your notification, I will be striking pretty much all the testimony regarding the chase and everything to that end because we've already pled guilty, etc., blah blah blah.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Yeah.
So in relation to what you were saying about the traffic stop and what the officer said earlier, had you been pulled over by the officer earlier?
No, I have not. That was the first time.
That's the first time you were pulled over by him? Okay.
Yep.
And in regards to the ID, you said somebody gave you that ID?
Yeah. I was at Senior Bonds a couple days ago, and Brian Jones himself gave me the ID.
So why use it?
Okay. And like the judge already said, we're not too worried about the car chase and everything afterwards. So once you woke up in the hospital, and you were under arrest, did you continue to try to say Brian Jones?
No, I didn't say a word once I was in cuffs.
So you said nothing. You just.
What
was it you did say?
I didn't claim to be anyone or say my name. I got out the hospital bed, turn around, let the officer put cuffs on me. We went to MRPD, at which point, yeah, I said I was Elijah in the cells, I'm pretty sure. And then I asked to have a lawyer.
Okay, understood. So once you were detained, you understood. I don't have any other questions for him.
All right, state your witness.
All right, Mr. Riggs.
Howdy.
At the time that you were pulled over at the traffic stop with 2 police cars behind you with their lights on, did you believe that you were free to leave that scene?
No.
And Mr. Riggs, when you were stopped by those police cars with the flashing lights, did I, Officer Krieger, contact you at the driver's side window of your vehicle and ask you for your ID?
Yes.
And Mr. Riggs, were you asked to present the ID of anyone other than yourself?
No, you just said, can I see some ID?
And Mr. Riggs, isn't it true that the statement that was made to you, the question that was asked of you was, do you have your ID on you?
No.
All right, Mr. Riggs. When you decided to present the ID of Mr. Jones, were you aware of what would happen if you were charged with a traffic violation and fined, that the fine would go through to Mr. Jones?
No.
What was the idea? What was the point to you of presenting an ID of someone else when you were asked for your identification by a law enforcement officer?
You know, it's been a long day. I must have picked up the wrong one when I woke up this morning. You know, I panicked when I showed you it, so I just kept it going, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So you're acknowledging that you were aware that you had presented an incorrect ID, but your statement is that you panicked and then continued to represent yourself as Mr. Jones after inadvertently providing the wrong ID.
Okay.
Is that
I
correct?
wasn't aware I showed you it until after I shown you it.
Correct. And then after you showed me the ID, your statement is that you were uncomfortable or panicked and then proceeded to continue to represent yourself as Mr. Jones. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Leaving. What is this lawyer doing? He just admitted guilt.
Mr. Riggs, at the point that I asked you to step out of the vehicle and you left the scene, why did you flee from the scene rather than stepping out of the vehicle to have your photo taken and be identified?
Objection. This doesn't have anything to do with what we're challenging.
Sustained. Move on.
GG. Not bad, not bad. It's his first objection.
Mr. Riggs, were you aware that the point that you were identified by fingerprint at MRPD was the first time that your identity had been confirmed?
Negative. In fact, I didn't even know my fingerprint was taken.
All right. No further questions at this time.
Okay, any redirect?
No, Your Honor, no redirect.
All right. May Mr. Riggs be excused and step down from the stand then? Okay, he's off.
Yeah, he's fine. I tried the.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry, Your Honor. Didn't realize that was a question. Yes,
Yep.
we're done.
Yeah, there was a may in front of it, but it's all right. He's excused himself, and that's
Sorry.
fine.
They're trying to claim that since the officer said, "Can I
Okay,
see some
any
ID,"
further
he wasn't
witnesses?
falsely giving him ID.
None further
No,
of the
Your
state,
Honor.
Your Honor.
Defense rests.
All right. Any evidence that the state or defense wishes to highlight?
One moment, Your Honor.
The defense side, Your Honor, we're not highlighting any evidence. The challenge is merely on the wordings of the charges.
Understood.
The state wishes to highlight only the photo of Mr. Riggs' possessions labeled as number 1 with the citizen card, state identifier 7510, name Brian Jones in his possession at the time of his arrest.
Understood. All right. Then in that case, I am placing this court into recess for deliberation. It will not be long. Don't go anywhere. I mean, unless you're starving or something, then absolutely go get food.
Fucking pissing me off.
I'm just saying, I got a
You completely murdered yourself when you said you presented the ID, and that you got it like earlier from him that seen your bun. I thought you said that somebody else flashed it, and that's what you were gonna say up there. So the fucking possession of stolen ID is fucking a done deal. You better get me on that one.
Shit, I thought you said to just say. What the fuck?
No, I said have a good fucking reason of why it was still in your pockets. You fucking murdered yourself. You killed yourself up there. And then the idea of saying you just went with it after you presented the ID, I mean, they're gonna get you on the impersonation on that one.
I mean, the impersonation we kind of expected anyway if they did drop the other one.
Yeah, if they were gonna step it down. And like I was saying, it comes down to the judge's interpretation of detainment during a traffic stop. But yeah, man, they fucking got you on that. So all we have right now is hoping that the judge agrees with the identity theft, that in the wording you didn't get any gain out of it,
Oh, you can silence it.
and it gets dropped down. I mean, in all honesty, dude,
You see the bell?
from what you said up there, we shouldn't have put you up there. You made it 10 times worse for yourself.
It's scary. There's like
And
50
and
people here.
It just, yeah. And I couldn't stop it either because it's what you said. So he was able to ask you what you said. I was able to stop it when he wanted to drive off because we weren't challenging that. But
I mean,
I couldn't stop the questions he was asking you. So our best hope here is that she gets rid of identity theft, but she's probably going to put on impersonation.
I mean, that's what. So it's a lot less time, though, right?
It's
Jesus, Eli.
Yo, it's like 50 people here. I got stage fright. What do you want me to do?
I want you to act cool.
so it's like 500 less on the charge, and it's 14 months instead of like the 25 I told you earlier. So it's a little less,
shit.
but it's still going to be a fucking felony. And
I'm still in debt. That's what that means, Kellex. I'm in debt.
So how about you go outside with me and you take off? How about that?
no, that'll make it 10 times worse.
Oh shit. Okay. Never
Because then
mind.
it's a warrant, and then everything gets thrown at it, and then everybody involved in helping him escape gets warrants thrown at you guys.
Shit.
Masks are off, so everybody knows who you guys are in here.
Yo, who's the kid with
Yeah,
the pink tie?
dude, I wanted to crawl under the desk when you started. Oh yeah, I just gave an ID that I got 2 days ago. I was like, God damn it.
That defeats the object of like.
Wait.
So I said that so like they wouldn't think I stole it.
Wait, hold on. There's someone.
Yeah,
here
like I
that
see what
isn't
you were
part of
trying
the
to
lot.
say, but the idea is we were trying to challenge.
Hey, buddy,
possession of
this
a
is
stolen
private. Can you like leave?
Fuck.
He's my legal aid. He's fine.
Oh, is he? Okay, my bad. Didn't realize.
Yeah. So.
Hey, quit pushing me.
That's my bad, Alex.
Yeah, you murdered yourself, dude.
Yeah.
This ain't good.
I love you to death.
This ain't good.
God.
Look, dude, I've never seen so many people in a bench trial. All right, that was scary.
It's all your fucking people.
No, it wasn't. I don't know. It was like 10 million over in that corner. I don't know who any of those
They
are.
were laughing at you as well. I got very mad.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, dude, they have been over here talking.
I should have just pled insanity at that point when you
about
started
you.
talking.
You should have. You should have. Can I claim I'm a mental subject now?
Your Honor, my client's an idiot. Can we just strike everything he just said?
Think of Spider-Man. Stop barking.
Dude,
Bruh.
that was gutted.
Think of Spider-Man and stop barking.
You know
You're
what?
trying
If
to
she
insanity.
comes in and be like, "Yeah, I'm dropping an ID charge," yo, I'm gonna laugh at you guys. All right?
If she comes in and she drops an ID charge, I will personally give you a blowjob.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Right in the middle of the courtroom.
Victor,
and
you said
everything.
you weren't gay, yo.
I will walk up to the desk and get on my hands and knees and.
If she drops it, if she drops that charge,
Dude, there's
I will
no
go
way.
and punch her.
The only
I
thing
thought
we're
you said you weren't
hoping
gay.
is she
There is
drops identity
no
theft.
possible way she drops that charge, and if she does, then you
know.
are one lucky man.
Yeah, you are so lucky.
She felt bad for you. Is the reason why she's gonna
At this
drop the
point, I'm
charge.
just praying the identity
Buddy,
theft goes
you
away on
haven't
your
just
behalf.
dug your own
But
grave. You've built the fucking coffin and nailed yourself inside it.
Guys,
yeah,
it wasn't really that bad, right?
Yes,
No, it was
is.
horrible.
Yo, Riggs, I ain't gonna fucking lie, it was worse than bad. It was
What?
fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
dude.
There's so many people here. I had stage fright.
So?
well, then you should have told me you didn't want to get up there. I could have presented the case without you.
You should have just
Wait, you can
taken
do
those
that?
fucking charges.
She told you
Oh
we
my
could do that.
God.
She told you 3 times we could do that.
I thought that's like, you know,
I
ended up
even-
in hospital
I even
or something.
turned to you and said, "Are you
Ah,
sure you
shit.
want to go up?" And you're like, "Yeah, we got this." So I thought you had a great.
It turns
thing
out I
going,
didn't have
and then
this.
You're like, yeah, you're like, "I got this," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then you get up there and you're like, "Yeah, it's an ID I took from a guy a couple days ago, and just presented it and pretended I was him." It's like I want to jump out that window.
Me too. Can we do it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we can. Let's go.
I mean, in all fairness, we
No.
kind of. So he's fucked up on a couple stuff too, though. From what I've
did,
heard.
but he did, but the things he messed up on didn't have anything to do with what we were challenging. All the statements about pulling you over earlier, there's no evidence in the file about any of that.
See,
Or
I'm
the
so
fact that it
confused
was
about
you
that because, like,
before or
I would
anything.
genuinely tell you if he did, but he hasn't. This
Yeah.
is the first time I've seen him today.
They actually
Dude, you should have pinned it on my dad.
Well, it may not have been
There's like, I
today
guess,
that he
a
pulled you over. I
basketball
don't know.
court
Fumbled
across
the
the
ball,
street.
You fucking scored an own goal.
Yeah.
So I want to check that out after this. And,
Guys, please don't remind me,
get
okay?
out of it.
Bro,
Kinda
I'm
fucked
gonna
up,
be
dude.
on your
Reminding
head
you from
until
the
the
other
day I
side of the
die,
viewing.
Eli.
These are down to,
Guys!
at least said one officer.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand
to
how bad
pat people
this
down
is.
before
Lesson
entering.
learned.
Just for
Next
safety
time,
reasons.
present your own fucking
I wouldn't
ID
want
and take a
somebody to enter
measly
and have a
speeding
fucking
ticket
knife.
instead of a whole laundry list of fucking shit.
Where
It's only
the,
a speeding ticket.
The
The
only
cop said he
W we
identified
got-
him with the same or the Brian ID before, and then he presented the Elijah one. Would that have gotten him in trouble or no?
So what I think the officer was trying to do there was present a pattern that he's done this before.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But the
So
thing
it's gonna
is,
be
he was never charged before
the fucking,
either. There was a warning he
healthcare
was given.
workers of
Yeah,
So
okay.
the challenge on identity theft, and the reason I didn't bring it up any further, the challenge on identity theft is he has to have gained something, or the other guy has to have lost something for identity theft to be a thing.
Okay.
It's
He
in
didn't
hopes
get out of a
that,
ticket. The other guy didn't get charged for a ticket. He didn't do. He hasn't lost millions of dollars in investments.
Can
or
I have
anything like that.
both counsel up at the bench, please?
Oh, fuck, we're so fucked, Kellex.
Yeah,
so,
you're
so the money that
fucked.
comes in for people
Guys.
entering,
I'm gonna check my
that
phone.
all goes
Eli,
to-
you've got this, bro.
No,
Trust
I
me,
don't.
you've
I
got this.
fucked it.
The moment they say guilty,
It's okay.
Fuck
You're
it,
gonna
man.
be alright.
You got this, bro.
You're gonna be alright.
Bro,
I met you
come on,
earlier.
if
I met you earlier, and I'm still here supporting your case, bro. You got this, man.
No, I fucked it, bro.
The only reason I'm still here right now is because I'm part of the loss.
Fuck the court, man. Fuck the law,
So
bro.
there's only
We got
fucking
it.
3 cops here right now. You bolt and we'll stop again.
I have a car outside right now. Don't get it twisted. Ready to go.
Bro, the thing is, I don't know if you're allowed. I was like, what?
Alright. I'm backing you guys, alright?
It's escaping custody.
I'm backing you guys.
Oh, I didn't see this.
It's not like it's not like you're guffing
Do you-
yourself out of cuffs or anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, do you know how much that warrant would be insane?
Yes.
That's why you just fucking don't show your face.
I don't think.
You
Stop
let other
tempting me
people-
with bad ideas, Klaus.
You let other people drive. You don't drive, so you don't get questioned if you're pulled over. If you're in the back of a car or a passenger seat when someone's pulled over, you keep your fucking mouth shut, unlike running it like on that stand.
Kevin, is that weed?
No, it's such a bad idea. It's such a bad idea.
It's a great
That's a
idea.
good point.
You're going straight to jail.
But yeah, he's got a good
I can go
idea.
outside right now.
This is some special raccoon stuff.
What car is it?
Yes.
It's legal.
You can go ask the EMS for better.
It's a Glendale? Hell no.
No,
I got a.
we have a
No,
Glendale.
I got a
They
club.
have a
I
different
got a
car.
club.
It's got a club. You like just say the
Oh,
word. He'll have
bruh.
it parked at the bottom of the ramp.
It is already parked. Don't get it
It's so
twisted.
risky. It's so.
How did you not hear that? I heard that.
Guys.
Do it, pussy.
What are you saying, bro? You're
You know
waffling.
what?
Yo,
Shut up, Sky.
You shut the fuck up. Talking to me like that.
You're never
Alright, so
fucking
it's
around. Shut up.
You
Cool
shut
Ranch
up.
Doritos are better than nacho cheese.
Anyway,
Okay.
where are we?
So she just needed a couple minutes. She was asking about the ID of the being stolen reported before. There's no record of it. So that works in our favor a little bit.
Do you think if someone objects to
The
him,
problem
like,
was
Tell
the
me they're
story
gonna try and
you
contact him.
respectfully, you're waffling.
Well, that's what she asked. She asked if I tried to contact him, which, based on the story you fucking told, if that
You
was
damn
the
fucking
truth,
right.
we could have reached out and
That's like
contacted him.
contempt to
And
court, assault
he
with a
could have came
fucking
in here and said, "Oh yeah, I gave him my ID
animal.
before."
Would it be deadly?
Whether that's true
Is it
or
deadly?
not,
Assault was deadly.
fucking
We don't need
but
to talk
yeah,
about how it goes.
if you somehow legitimately had that, we could have literally called Jones in here to been like, "Oh yeah, I gave him my ID to hold on to."
Hang it up on the wall.
You know, it's a shame his number doesn't work, right?
He's just watching.
Right.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, so she was just looking for clarification on that stuff, which
All right.
I think.
Representation window.
This court is now back in session. This
I'll
is
let you know.
State versus Elijah Riggs, case number 854. Mr. Riggs, at the beginning of this case, you pled guilty to your other charges and not guilty to 1, identity theft, 2, possession of stolen identification, and 3, impersonation. As I love to do, I will start with what I consider the easy ones. For the members of the audience, I guess, the impersonation charge was not initially listed here. However, Mr. Riggs was given the opportunity to plead, consider, and give a verdict, I guess, to the charge of impersonation. He chose to plead not guilty to impersonation, and on that charge today, the court finds you guilty. Impersonation requires providing a law enforcement officer with a false or fictitious name or identification when asked for one. During testimony, it came out that you were asked whether it was to show some ID or to provide your ID while in a traffic stop, and you provided Mr. Jones's ID instead. When the officer determined that the driver of the car was Elijah Riggs and he asked for Elijah Riggs, you did not identify yourself as Elijah Riggs, but continue to have on you the identification of Brian Jones. Next, possession of stolen ID. This one is becoming quite the reoccurrence in this court. But on that charge, this court finds you guilty. This court has said it in the past that when there is some obvious connection between the holder of the ID and the person who possesses the ID, the court is inclined to find you not guilty on this charge. However, you need to provide evidence that you have consent to have this. For everybody in the court, please, if somebody gives you their ID to hold, put it in your NDW profile. Get a text message. Get some form of thing that shows that you have consent to have that identification, because it is the opinion of this court that there is no reasonable explanation that you should have somebody else's valid identification outside that it is stolen. Providing circumstantial evidence such as the sharing of property, i.e. you live together, marriage, or some other form of partner life sharing mechanisms whatsoever would also suffice. However, in this case, there is no indication on Mr. Jones's profile of any sort of relation to Mr. Riggs. And once again, please, for the public, if you are sharing your ID with your friends, absolutely please give them some sort of thing so they can provide that you have consent for them. Because otherwise, this court will continue to find people guilty of possession of stolen identification. Okay, on to the last thing here, and that is identity theft.
I have Adams.
I'll just go on with the verdict, to be honest. This court finds you not guilty of identity theft because to perform identity theft, the person is required to secure an undeserved financial benefit and cause of harm to the victim. In this case, due to the traffic stop, what's it called? There was Mr. Riggs was unable to secure financial benefit, which would have been escaping a traffic citation or fine, etc., of that sort. Neither was Mr. Jones affected by this. Therefore, I find you not guilty of that. One thing I wanted to go back on. Sorry, impersonation. This came up a little bit. Yes, a traffic stop is a detention. So showing a different ID during a traffic stop is failing to identify yourself properly. Blah blah blah. During detainment. Alrighty. That is the verdict of the court. If you, I will stay for questions from both sides, etc., etc., and so forth.
Boring.
Alright. So you'll have to well yeah, I mean that's what we originally were challenging.
Let's go.
about.
That's
Yeah,
what we
hell
were
yeah.
trying to go.
That's the whole reason we came here.
Yeah. So
you
that's
just made it
the
really
W
fucking
one
hard.
is verdict.
Obstacle stand.
Yeah.
I don't know how you pulled that off.
Okay, so you will have to yeah, so we will have to
I'll
go
give
over
him a
to the
couple minutes to
officers
talk
and
with his
get
associates,
you
and then we'll send it.
get you processed. We'll see if they'll let you do any time off at all. That's gonna be at the end. So come on up.
Yeah,
come
I'm
over
gonna
with
be
me. We'll
stuck
get
in
you
grime all
processed
day
through.
later.
All right, but let's get you processed through. We did what we wanted. You just made it really fucking hard.
I don't know how you got away with that.
Yeah.
Just gotta be built
it's the
different.
wording of identity theft. That's why we were challenging it. The
Oh,
fact
yeah.
that the cops caught you is the reason it wasn't identity theft, oddly enough.
Elijah,
So,
did you get away with it?
All right, so here come the
Yeah.
officers. Let's get him. Yep.
Good
Yeah, so
man.
just come over here, and the
Fucking
officer
love that
can take care of you.
All right. Let's get this done. Turn around for me. I'm gonna put soft cuffs on you real quick.
Give me both.
Just make sure there's nothing in your possession at this time. All right, fantastic. All the items you had in your possession that were not part of this case, you'll receive back when you are released from custody at Bolingbroke Penitentiary. So talk to the clerk up there, and you'll get those items. I'm going to go ahead and make
I
sure
think
we have all
DLC
the
gives
proper
them back up
documentation
there.
here.
Have to come back to MIPD, I think.
I have a story to tell you when we get out of here.
And let me make sure we remove the one charge here.
Yeah, you make sure you get that one off there. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, we got that one. And let's see, we've got these on here. Okay. There we go. So you're looking at 8 points on your license, 61 months, a $4,050 fine. You've been here quite some time. Now, of course, this doesn't necessarily apply in the future because choosing a bench trial is a choice that you make. But this was an interesting one for me, and I thought it was something that needed clarification. So,
In all fairness, I was in the
somewhat
cells for an hour.
I encouraged you to go forward with this one. So we're going to drop that 61 months down. We'll send you for, I think, 10.
Does it got to do what I think it does?
All right.
And you'll be released very quickly.
Sounds
All
good to me.
right, so give me just 2 seconds here.
The original one last night's fine.
The one Bobby picked out was the one.
He showed me two, so I'm not sure.
Storm, can you tell me how much the fine was?
Is Grant coming around?
We've been here for like an hour.
4,050.
4,050. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
40,
$4,050 fine. That'll go through to you electronically and automatically. No need to sign anything to pay that.
I mean, that's cool. He's starting to call you. So
And assuming you're ready to go, I'll go ahead and send you off.
Yeah.
All right. You have a good
Gonna
one.
do
So
it in the
both
back
of you on
room.
this side. Yeah,
Just
we should
any-
probably.
and they don't
We should
go
probably
in
do
front of
that.
All I
people.
know is the Lost MC is fucking deep.
But I'm in such a hurry to go 42. All right, let's go out here.
You guys are cool as hell.
Thanks, man.
Oh.
Also, I wasn't talking to you.
I'll be out soon.
Alrighty. Sorry about that. A small headache.
Yeah, no worries. You had it right.
Yeah, and that's what I thought. It just he went a very roundabout. I want to bang my head against the wall way of.
Yep, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know why he challenged the stolen ID that wasn't originally part of the plan. And so I told him before he walked up, I said, okay, in your narrative, give a good reason about it. And originally he told me like somebody else in the car had flashed the ID, it wasn't even his, and then it was in his pocket.
Yeah.
So I thought he was gonna say, you know, they flashed the ID and then it was in his pocket, he didn't know, whatever. No. It's oh yeah, I got it from a guy a day ago. And I'm like, wait, what?
Awkward. Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to crawl underneath the table on that one. I'm like, okay, well, there's your ID. That challenge is dead. And then the impersonation. Oh yeah, I accidentally flashed the wrong ID and then I just went with it. Okay, good job.
Yeah.
I was in shock just standing there and I'm like,
I was really hoping that he would say something that I couldn't just wiggle with without him testifying. Because sometimes like he could have gone on there and be like, "Yo, I met Brian Jones at this time and we worked together, and like here's my text
Yeah,
message, blah blah blah,
anything.
something, anything like that." I would have been like, "Great, thank God you testified." But
yeah.
come up
And
and
then I asked
testify
him
and
after the fact
yeah.
while you're deliberating, I was like, it would have been better you not to go up. He's like, I didn't know that. I'm like, she told you 3
Said it
times.
so many
You
times.
didn't have to do it.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
when he went up there, he's like, "Oh, we got this." I'm like, "Okay, good. He's got a good alibi of what's going on here. Cool." He pretty much went up there and said, "Yeah, I did it." It's
Yeah,
like,
he pretty much did do that.
I was
Yeah,
like, "What the fuck?"
he really did. Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
I
But
wish.
the main reason for the
yeah,
entire case
was the identity theft.
identity theft. That is
Yeah.
what we wanted clarification on. The officer and I both did, so I'm glad we got that worked out.
Yeah. They need the it says secures financial gain. Attempted
and-
it does not count.
Yep, and that's what I was challenging with him. Okay. So these individuals have a question for you that I don't think you can answer.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
know about
what
reselling
was
a
it?
house at all?
What was your name, ma'am?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Raven
What was your
LeBlanc.
name? Oh, we spoke over the phone the other day. Hi, I'm Dante. Retired legal aid, future head of bar. But we had a quick question about the sale of houses.
Okay.
So we are trying to sell a house, but we're worried that the contents inside would potentially be shipped out with movers upon putting it up for sale. Like we have a couple of questions like that we just trying to be safe about how we do this.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have no idea. I could inquire probably, but I really don't know. I don't even know who exactly I would ask. To be honest, I'll just go ask people and see what happens.
Yeah, I've literally
yeah.
asked like half the city at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's successfully resold a house yet, so it's
Yeah. Hey, you wanna
unknown
be our
territory
you
for
wanna
us
be our
all.
guinea pigs? That's you could be the ones who
we
save
were
us.
we
yeah.
actually were gonna sell another house as guinea pigs of our own. Like we were gonna sell our own house to ourselves, right?
Ah,
To
okay.
just try and see what takes place because the contents were like it's like nothing.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
apparently you can't sell a house for $1 or 10K at either, or that you have to actually sell it for. It looks to be like I don't know, half of the value of the house. So we couldn't even do like a quick trial,
So I don't
Oh,
even
okay.
know. Is that potentially? Actually, no, I don't think so. I was gonna say because about 5 years ago, it was you could own the house back to the state for half the value.
Yeah, so that is still an option, but there is
Okay.
also another option where you can manually input on the tablet what you want.
Yeah,
But it's just
well.
we don't know what the minimum requirement is.
Right.
Yeah, I have no idea either. I'm too poor for that.
Feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, you
another
guys
dead
might
end.
just have to keep guinea pigging yourself on that one until you
Yeah, you
realize
take
what
the
price
bullet
you
for
can
the rest
actually
of
sell
us
it for.
or something. Yeah.
Oh wow, that sounds fantastic. I'm so glad we had this talk.
You're welcome.
Hey, I told you it was a wild shot. Told you it was a long shot.
I wish I
For
could be more helpful, but I don't know.
All right. Well, Ms. LeBlanc, when you're ready to fill that head of bar position, you give me a call, okay?
Well,
What?
you got to get the bar first.
Yeah, you retired as a legal aid.
Retired,
have
retired,
anything else
retired,
to
currently
talk to
retired
her?
legal aid.
Currently, what does currently retired mean? What? Okay.
He can
all
always
right.
come out of retirement.
He can, I guess. Okay. All right. Well. Wee.
So I think the problem with that is he recently got a felony, so he can't do legal aid stuff right now.
That's not necessarily true. He can still legal aid. It just depends on if the cops are going to let him down in the cells.
Yeah. But also a decision of you guys eventually giving him a bar too.
Yeah, he probably needs to get expunged to get a bar. Yeah.
So yeah, so that whole thing was exciting. Just to get to the real answer we wanted was about the identity theft aspect of it.
I see.
But yeah, that's about it. Since you were here, I did try to reach out to other clients, but of course, no answers. To see if you could do a follow up to something else, but I got no answers for it, so I think we're off the hook again tonight.
Okay.
Richard, did you go down in the cells while we were in here? I know the PD called for a thing.
Yeah, I just went up just before.
I can't hear you if you're talking. Speak up.
I went over just before this trial started. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Nothing
like some,
came of that one, though.
It
Did it
was like some guy who had like possessed cop weapons and magazines and stuff. And
oh Jesus. Okay.
yeah.
Never mind. Well, I'm guessing since you're standing here, he's not requested a bench trial, so I guess we're clean there.
Yeah. Like I told him there was that option, but it's like
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's literally carrying him, what's he going to challenge?
He was arguing about the attempted murder of an officer kind of thing because he said he pulled his knife out accidentally, and the officers said that he pulled a knife out and they lunged towards him, that kind of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's like he says, she says. I don't know if there's a trial.
Yeah.
in
Well,
there.
that could have been a narrative argument if he wanted to challenge it.
Yeah.
But
I guess
again,
it depends if he actually swung on him or not.
Like what again, like what does it matter when he's already got like cop guns on him, right? Let's send him away for a couple $100 months and several tens of thousands of dollars fines.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know a gun is $30,000 fine right then and there.
Yeah, it was like $35,000 total. So.
Hey man, bank is $35,000 and 100, and that extra charge would leave me in the green. I don't see why I wouldn't fight it.
Yeah, there's like nothing I could
exactly.
do. He also said
Okay,
like he wanted a better lawyer, but no better lawyers were available.
Wait, he didn't like what you were.
He didn't like that.
Is it because he didn't like what you were telling him, or because he just thought
His main problem again,
some super lawyer was going to be able to get him off of a gun charge?
possibly that, and also because I didn't read him the entire list of charges. There's just so many. I just know that.
Okay, well that is something you do need to work. So the next time you're down there with him, if it's a laundry list of charges, get him to send you a picture. They can take a picture of it and text it to you.
Okay, I just had the arresting officer read him the charge, so.
Okay. Yeah, but that helps out when you're talking to him, just you and him in there. So you have that reference of all the charges they're bringing against you.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I talk to the client based on each charge. Okay, they're getting you with possession of a government weapon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tell me about that.
I need to leave, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it was good to see you. Sorry.
All right, have a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, but like I literally read it off to him and tell him what I think. Possession of a government firearm. What's that? Oh yeah, I had a gun in my waist pocket and I shot at a cop. Okay, so that one's gonna stick. Let's move on to something else.
It's just
find the things in the charges that narratives don't match up, and then that's what you work with.
Yeah, I guess I could work with. I could think about harder
Yeah.
that way, but it was just like,
I mean, it really sounds like you had the impossible case anyway. you know?
yeah, as soon as he's got like cop guns on him, and I know he's kind of fucked.
Yeah, pretty
If
much.
he can't argue against that one, then there's like no point, right? Really.
Well, you can always argue against the smaller ones because usually the cops are focusing on the big one, and you can find a little hole in what they're saying on the smaller ones.
Yeah.
But it all depends. I wasn't there with you to see it. But alrighty, well, that one was interesting. You guys are both here for the end, right?
Yep.
Yes, I was here the whole time.
Okay, good. Were you banging your head against the wall too when my guy was on the stand?
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't giving like anyone time to like think about what was asked to object, and I figured that's what was. Because I'm pretty sure like you could have objected for speculation or even leading.
I thought about that on a couple aspects of it. Well, so in a bench trial, you can do some leading questions, so that's okay.
Okay.
Some of the stuff did sound like speculation, maybe, but it wasn't. The stuff that was speculation had nothing to do with what we were talking about, so I just let it ride.
That's fair.
And then I just looked for the point, like I hung him up because. So the officer was obviously just trying to ask more and more questions, thinking that was going to help his case.
Yeah.
So I just waited for him to get to that point of asking something that had nothing to do with what we were challenging and objected to it.
Yeah.
And you saw it totally shut him down. He's like,
Well, to be
So,
fair, they
yeah.
didn't. You're the only lawyer in in the city, pretty much. So like, you have to,
Yeah.
they can represent themselves and be okay, but not your average Joe Schmo.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But yeah, no, I thought it was actually good that you got him off of one.
Well, that was the initial one we were charging. I don't know why he challenged possession. Originally, we weren't challenging that. And the impersonation was an add-on step down from the identity theft that was talked about here in the courtroom.
Yeah.
That's why that was there. That was a little bit odd. And I'm sad the judge ran off because I wanted to talk a little bit more about that. Because that wasn't initially on the charges, and then the officer added it on the charges as like a step down. And I was like, well, the judge does those kind of step downs. But then since it was brought up, the judge wanted to have it on there so he could talk about it. Which he did, and literally said I impersonated the guy. So I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he kind of threw that for himself.
Yeah, that's what I told him too. I said, dude, you just murdered yourself up there. But yeah, good times, whatever. Alrighty. Well, I'll let you guys know if I get anything else. Next time I get a call down to the cells, I would have called you guys this time at the start of this whole thing, but it was literally the worst trip trying to get here. So I was up in Polito getting some wood for the house. Got the call. Almost instantly got murdered by a local driver.
Oh, Jesus.
Got back on the road. The officer calls me asking where I'm at because it's taking me forever to get there. And I'm like, I'm on my way. I'm about halfway. I'm in Santee now. I'm in the hills coming into town. I'll be there in like 3 minutes. The second we hang up the phone, another local does one of those 90-degree left turns in front of me, disables my vehicle.
Oh boy.
Thank God I had a toolkit on me to fix that. So I was just flustered trying to get down there at a decent amount of time because I usually try to get there quick. So I didn't stop to call you guys.
No, it's not. That sounds hectic.
Yeah, it was so crazy.
I did have one more thing to
Yeah.
talk to you about real quick. I don't know if
Yeah.
you can see my friend over there, pink hair. His name's Bobby. He talked
Yeah.
to you something for like I don't know if he was asking for legislation or like a contract. Waivers. For like an event, like a
Oh yeah,
K20.
he called me on the phone.
Yeah.
I talked to him already. Does he have more questions about it?
Well, no. If you have anything for him that you can't get to him, like I'll happily get it to him too, because I'm gonna co-host that with him.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. So yeah. I told him to start with the hospital because he wants to do it on hospital grounds. So I told him.
was like, well, if you're looking for a group, you know, we together. I said, I'm not trying to gang bang. My group of friends, we don't gang bang.
Can I get a ride?